Hello students, welcome to the next experiment in lab. This is the first experiment, second portion. The question of this experiment is write a Java program to implement the stack using arrays. As we know that the meaning of stack. Stack is one of the linear data structure which has primary focusing on pushing the element into the stack and deleting the element from the stack. So the primary two method functions and operations done by a stack is push and pop. So first part of this program is to implement the stack using the methods of push and pop and display. So let us go to the program. As we know that the Java program is the very first line is importing a necessary packages for this implementation. So here in this, according to this logic, the scanner is the one of the class which is used to get the elements from the user. So what we are doing is we are importing the utility packages of scanner classes here. So import java.util.scanner is the first statement. Then we need to create a class for this application. The name of the class is stack. Then initially, before going to apply the logic, we need to initialize the size of the stack. The size of the stack according to the example is 3, and then top should be initialized with -1. So before going to insert a new element into the stack, the top of the stack should be -1. Then we need to have one array which is to hold the elements of the stack. So that array name is called a stack of new integer of maximum size is 3. So with these 3 prerequisites, we need to insert the element. To insert the element into the stack, what is the method? The method is called as a push method. So what is the logic of push? Means before we are going to insert an element, we need to check whether the stack is overflow or not. What is the meaning of overflow? If the contents of the stack is exceeding its limit, that situation is called as a stack overflow situation. How to check whether the stack is overflow or not means we have a condition that when the top of the stack is equal to maximum -1 means at that time that stack is full. It states that the stack is in full of elements, so we can't insert another one element into the stack. So saying that, we can intimate the message like stack overflow. So this is what done in the initial process of push. So before going to insert element, we need to check the stack is overflow or not. So that is being made. Then we need to add the elements. To add the element, what is the condition? Before going to assign the element, the top of the stack should be incremented by 1. So how we can do is, in the single step itself, we can do like stack is plus top of item. That means that the top of the value is first incremented by 1. It is called as pre-increment. So it will be incremented by 1. With the incremented indexed position, the value of item is assigned. So this is called as push method. Move on to the pop method. We need to check whether the pop stack is empty or not. So that condition is that situation is analyzed with the condition of top is equal to -1 means that the stack is underflow. We cannot delete any element from the stack, so we can return from its execution. So this is what return 0 is made. If not, we can remove one element from the stack. Which element should be removed according to the stack? The element which is recently added. So to recently added element, to point the recently added element, we can have the condition that we can decrement the top of the stack by 1. So how we can do is, stack of top minus will point out the recently added point. So that element is removed from the stack and it is assigned with a one more element called item. Then we can return that item to the stack from the stack. This is what pop. Move on to the third concepts. We have to display the contents of elements. So before going to display the elements, we need to check whether the stack is empty or not. So again, we are using the same condition, like if top equal to -1, we can say that the stack is empty. We cannot display any more elements in the stack. If not, using the for loop statement, I can display the elements of the stack one by one from the for loop, having the indexed position from 0 to top -1. Like that, we can display the elements one by one, right? I hope so. This concept is understandable. We can move on to this execution. So move on to its execution. As you know the procedure of how to create the classes and all, I already have created the classes in the package of example package. So here this is the package example, which has two classes here, experiment 1A and experiment 1B. Now we are in experiment 1B. All the codings are typed and it is compiled previously. So once all the codings typed and pre-compiled, we can move on to its execution. Now I am going to execute this program using the command run as of Java application. Now it shows the output here. What is it? Since it is a menu driven, I need to use push. One is push. So I am inserting element 24 here. The contents of stack is 24 now. Again, I want to insert one more element. For that, I am selecting the choice 1. Then elements which is going to add is 56. Again, I want to insert one more element. The last element which I am going to insert is 78. Again, I want to insert one more element. So now I am giving the choices 34. When I am trying to insert the fourth element, it shows the output as stack overflow, because what we mentioned in the coding, in this coding, the maximum size of the stack is 3 only. Since I am going to add the fourth element, it shows the message, it shows the status like stack is overflow. Okay, so stack is overflow is the condition of this present stack. So now I cannot add more elements. Now I'm going for the deletion. So when I press deletion of element, means which element will be deleted first? The last element which I recently added. So it will be deleted. 78 is the last element, no? So 78 is now deleted. Again, if I press 2, then the second element 56 will be deleted, 24. Then when I am pressing again 2, it shows that stack is empty. So when I am going to display elements, as we know that there is no elements in the stack, so again it will show that stack is empty. So this is the condition of this one. So here, how we are performing the menu driven concepts is very important. So this menu driven concept is written in the main concept, main method. So how we can perform the main method means, we know the meaning of public static void main string args. Now ch is nothing but the choice, then item is nothing but the item which I am going to insert into the stack. So with this, we are going to create the object for this class. What is the name of this object class means, here experiment 1B. So experiment 1B is the name of this class. So with this name, I am going to create the object for this class as stack. Then in order to get the inputs of choices, I need to use scanner here. Then scanner is mentioned like scanner of scan equal to new scanner of system.in, as you know that. Then the elements, the choices of elements, menu items are displaying one by one. Then when I am giving the first choice or whatever the choice, first the choice is stored in the variable ch. Based on this ch value, it performs the switch cases operation. The first case is for inserting an element, so it calls the method called as stack of push of item. Then second case is for popping the element, so it calls the method called as stack.pop. And third displaying is to display the elements, so it calls stack dot display. Fourth is to exit. So when I am giving the choice 4, it will be exit from the execution.